Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to use the screen share on the iPad. And I'm just holding my phone to record it because it won't record the video as I'm using the Meet app because it's too much with the cameras and the recordings. And so what I'm doing is just so if I'm jiggling a little bit, I apologize. I'll do my best to keep still. So what I'm going to talk to you about is sharing content. Up here, you see this little green box with the arrow? One of the things I'm going to skip screen for now. One of the things you could share is a photo. So if you grab something from your photos, you could then, at the bottom over here, you see a little pencil. You could use the tools to write on your board here. You could also use a highlighter. Okay? There are all different kinds of tools here, but you know, you could play around with that, but that's how you do it. I have an undo, which is nice. And then I also have an eraser. If I wanted to erase something, I could do that as well. And I could clear the whole thing. Okay, that was from share, and then I stopped sharing. From here, that was photos, right there. I could also do iCloud Drive, which we're going to skip. Box, I'm going to skip. Dropbox, I'm going to skip because we are a Google district. So I'm going to go to Google Drive. Now, the first time you do this, it will prompt you to log into your Google account, but I'm already logged into my Google account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for, these educreations. I could bring in a PDF. I could bring in a PowerPoint. I haven't tested all the different things I could bring in, but I'm sure you can bring in a lot. Because if I can bring in a PDF and a PowerPoint, that tells me that I can also bring in a Word document, Excel, any of those. I'm sure a Word will work anyway. So if I go here to Educreations, actually I'm going to go to this one, and then I say Share. What it's going to do is pull this up, and then I can use the same tools I was using before in my, on the photos. I could just use those tools. So I come here, and I have the same tools. I can write on here as well. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I can also share a website. So if I go here and I just type in a website here and I do share, it will let me, does it let me search in here? Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can. So you can search for, different websites, and then you can annotate over them too. So I can annotate over. Once again, this is like the old school, and I put that away to scroll. This is like when we used to use PDFs on the smart boards. Okay, there is a way around that. When we get back to school, you let me know if you want to know how to use a different app a different program on the computer to get around that as well. So I'm going to stop sharing so you could do that on a website URL. You could bookmark. I haven't played with bookmarks. I don't know about that. And then you also have your whiteboard, which is just a whiteboard. Here's the thing. When you give yourself annotation rights, you also give annotation rights to your students. So they're going to be able to annotate on anything that you have on your screen as well. Just keep that in mind. So a little virtual classroom management will probably be necessary. There we go. I had to tap that on the top. And then I could stop sharing my screen. Now, here's the thing. If you want to share your screen, like go into an app or something, it's a little tricky. So if anybody who's maxed out, got everything you need, don't even have to worry about this. This is if you wanted to share something like, I don't know, anything that you would have on here. Any other app besides the ones I've just showed you. If I come out of here, the first thing you have to do is make sure that you have this enabled. This is your screen recorder. You want to make sure you have your screen recorder enabled in your settings. If you don't see that there, this is your screen recorder. If you don't see that there, it's in settings. I just did another one on this yesterday. I go into Control Center, Customize Controls. Now, If you don't see it there, it's because it's not included in your control center. So I would come down here and I would enable my screen recording. Now my screen recorder is up over here. Now, all right, so what you'll do, you'll pull down, press and hold, zoom, start broadcast. It's giving you the 3, 2, 1. You're sharing your screen. Now, if I come out and I go into a different app, say I go into Safari. Now look, I'm a participant here. So this is what the participant sees. So if I go into Seesaw, I'm magically seeing everything that happens on here. Okay? That's what happens. So when I go, I'm tapping on, now on my original, this is the teacher one, up in this corner up here, if I tap this, it will say stop broadcasting. Okay? So it's stop broadcasting. So if I come out and I go back into Zoom, my Zoom meeting is still going on there. See? There I am. There I am. That's how you do it. It's not easy, but it's possible. It's not that bad once you get used to it. It seems more daunting than it is. Once you have this turned on, then you're good. Then even from inside Zoom, let's see, if from inside Zoom, nope, you have to come out of Zoom in order to share the screen. So you're going to come out of Zoom to do it. All right? Hope that was helpful.